of the year, Grayson McCall. Man, thank you for the time. I know it's a big day, big media day, summer day. Apparently, your SID just broke. It's a big haircut day. Can we just start there? The mullet, is that your alter ego or is that your day-to-day look? How would you describe that? And how is that part of you?
It's my football season look, man. It started my freshman year when I finally got the chance to go out there and play, and some of the older guys already had the mullets and convinced me to go get that haircut that I so just didn't want to go get. But then it just became a part of me, kind of became my brand, and so I love it, man. And we're gonna rock it again this season.
There you go. And obviously, it's been working over your career. 54 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I would almost, say as a if I'm on that staff or if I'm anywhere on that campus, you got to get this back. But you did have to pause it for a bit, working for the iconic Brady brand. Did it not mesh with the Brady brand? Were you able to at least get Tom to kind of like look and think and consider a little bit about the mullets advantages? Did they not see eye to eye on that? How'd that go?
Yeah, man. No, they actually loved it. The first time I went to go work for him, went to Brooklyn for the day and did some photo shoot stuff for him. And the hairdressers and the ladies up there, they loved it. They as soon as I walked in, they kind of shaped it up and stuff like that. But yeah, it was actually my decision to cut it one day. I just kind of got tired of dealing with all of it. So just went to, change things up a little bit, and but it'll be right back is what I told everybody. So here we go today. We're going to go get it right.
There we go. What was that experience like? You got time in the off season, you're not getting ready for battle. He's not getting ready for battle. What was the time and the experience like to be around the greatest of all time?
It was surreal, man. It was pretty crazy whenever my marketing team reached out to me and told me that, Brady Brand wants to work with you. And I was like, Brady Brand, like Tom Brady? They're like, yeah. And so, it was pretty surreal, man. They flew me out to Brooklyn and it was kind of hit me really fast. It was like I found out a week before and there was like, well, can you do it? Can you not? Like, we need you to be in Brooklyn in a week. And I was like, dude, Tom Brady, like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll make it happen. So got out there, man. They did great stuff. Obviously, the brand's taken off since they started, but it was great. Met a lot of really cool people. Obviously, the other athletes that were there working with him. And, we got some big plans to do some other stuff in the near future. So I'm really excited about it.
Did he give you any advice? Did you get a chance to just get a question in or anything that could help drive you forward?
Yeah, not much. Obviously, he's super busy, but he did take time out of his day to reach out to me. And, we chopped it up for a little bit. And, I kind of just asked him what his day-to-day thing was, how he takes care of his body and, just simple quarterback things, arm preparation, stuff like that. So it was a short conversation, but definitely one I'll never forget. So, I definitely appreciate him reaching out and taking the time to, chop it up with me a little bit.
Yeah, that honestly, that comes with success. Once you go and do your work on the field and from all the hard work you've done to get yourself on the field, then you get recognized for special things like that. Then you get a chance to go and, be in the presence of greatness. Let's talk about all this hard off the field work you guys have been doing. What are some of the things you're excited about growth-wise since your big season has ended? Through the spring, what have you noticed around the building? What have you noticed amongst your teammates that you say, I know we're building on top of what we just did?
Yeah, it's been different, especially in the spring. I didn't take any snaps in the spring because of, my surgery and things like that. But there's a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys, even with the staff. So, it took like the first couple of weeks, it was kind of weird. You're out there and you're seeing a bunch of new faces. You're not seeing the guys you're used to looking beside you and seeing. So, it was different at first, but it's been great, man. The summer's been really good. The guys have came together. We're bonding, things like that. It's been really good. So, like you said, we're rebuilding and it's going to be exciting, man. There's a lot of guys that haven't got any attention that people don't know about that I think are going to step onto the scene this year and kind of open some eyes. So I'm really excited for those guys.
Well, let's go into it. Who are some of those newcomers that you are aware of that we will all see soon?
Yeah, so I'm sure you guys know we got a transfer from Georgia State, Sam Pickney. He's more of a big body receiver. He's an older guy, so he's really knowledgeable in the game. I think he's going to be a really big weapon for us this year. He's been doing really good, leading those young guys and kind of giving them the insight that they need. Obviously, you guys know we got a double-headed horse in the backfield with Reese White and Braden Bennett. They're going to be really good. We got some new guys on the offensive line. You're going to see actually one of my old high school teammates, Will McDonald. He's going to get the shot to play guard this year, and so obviously I'm really excited to play with him again this year. And some new guys on defense. You'll see a couple transfers on the D line. We got a JUCO guy in Allen Henry, and another guy we call Q that is a Georgia Tech transfer. And so just some guys like that, man. We got a lot of new pieces everywhere, and we're just slowly putting them together. So it's going to be fun to watch.
There you go. In terms of the offense, and that's a unique position for you to spend the spring really in observation mode and processing. How much more will the offense expand coming into this next season? Again, you're, a super vet now with all the big time game battles you guys have been in and the level you've been working. How much will Coach Korn expand the system for you? Checks, calls, the back of the playbook where only, the rarefied few can start to access. What will we expect, as you guys plan your attack going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to expand a little bit, but you're going to see a lot of the same things. You're going to see a lot of the same base looks, but a lot of things we worked on in the offseason were, all right, these are our base plays and teams are stopping them this way. So let's just tweak them a little bit. Let's do this. We played with it in the spring, continuing to mess with some things in the summer, but things are going to expand, but you're still going to see the triple option Coastal Carolina offense. We're going to throw it down the field and we're going to attack defenses. So Coach Korn, he's a smart guy, knows a lot about football, and he's going to put some things together that are going to roll out there on Saturdays.
What are the two biggest areas that you have committed to addressing to your own game tangibly? Season ends, and I know you got to heal back up from the surgery, but by the time the lights cut on, you say, I'm going to get these two things added or built or sharpened or remodeled to my game. What would those two things be?
Yeah, absolutely. So ever since my surgery and I've finally been able to get back in the weight room, and so I put a big emphasis on putting on weight so I can kind of absorb those hits better. So I've put on 12, 15 pounds since my surgery. I'm sitting 210, 215, depending on the day. And,
Wow.
I played at 195, 200 last year. So, a lot of those knickknacks, those hits, they took a toll on my body. So that's really been my biggest emphasis this off season. And another one isn't so much, on the field physically what I'm doing. It's from a leadership point of view. I got named captain this year, which was one of my first goals, to start the season. So that's been really big. And, I just want to make all the guys around me better. If this is my last year, I want to make sure I can come back and see those guys that, I led and, I showed them the way. So it's been a big point of view for me this year and, excited to finally get it going.
I respect that. Who is your favorite leader, by the way? Just in terms of once you starting to delve into that space, who do you really admire in terms of leadership?
Yeah, so it's actually one of my teammates, and he taught me a lot, and I even talked to him now. I'm like, hey, dude, I've always been a leader, but I feel like when you're a captain, you take that next step up in responsibility. So a guy named Silas Kelly, I played with him for 2 years. He was my captain last year, and he went through so much as a player and a person off the field. If it wasn't for surgeries and multiple knee tears and things like that, and just the way he spoke to each person, the way he connects with every player is truly special. And he's like the guy that you say, you don't have to coach a guy. You say, hey, go watch Silas and do what he does on and off the field. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. As he's built off all the things he's gone through, and now he's on the roster for the Cleveland Browns. And so I still stay in contact with him, pick his brain, ask him questions, but he really pushed me as a leader to, kind of step out of my comfort zone and take that next step.
That's really mature on your part to look and observe, model, and even try to extract the best things from the best person on your own team to put into your game so you can do it. I respect that immensely. Quick football question. Army sits right there. They'll be coming in into your gates week 1. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So that's going to be a big matchup that we're going to be looking for, and a lot of the country's going to be looking at, because two contrasting styles. Does their ground approach and that suffocating clock element that brings change your approach on how you and Coach Corn will try to attack them?
In some ways, yes. Against teams like that, you kind of want to play keep away, right? If you have the ball longer than them, there's a good chance you win the game. But another key thing is, getting out early and,
Yep.
getting that lead, because, that's not an offense that likes to play from behind. They don't like to have to come back from a couple touchdowns and play faster and kind of get out of their game. They like to do the ground and pound and try to get a chunk at a time. So I think it will a little bit, obviously, with game management and time management, things like that. But our defense has seen it. We played against Citadel and teams like that last year. So, they're familiar with it. Really, I think it's going to come down to the battle up front. We're going to have to win, at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. But, Army's a great team. They've won a lot of ball games in the past couple of years. So I think it's going to be a battle for sure.
I respect that too. Last question, big question though, because I know all the boys back home are going to be, looking to your answer on this. Amongst our team at the field of 12, you're talking Christian Hackenberg at Penn State, Trevor Knight, Bryce Petty, Clint Sterner, all these former quarterbacks. Last season, we got into a theoretical game of where would you spend one semester if it was gifted to you? Anywhere in college, where would you go? What sport would you be? I go be a baseball player at, such and such university. I'd be a golfer at such and such. Christian Hackenberg said, I'd go to Coastal Carolina as the quarterback. One semester, he goes, I'd never leave my dorm room. And we all fell out laughing. You guys were hotter than fish grease coming down the back. And he goes, I'm going to Coastal. Can you confirm that Christian is right on his assessment of the best place in the country to take and spend one semester if you had such an opportunity?
I think he chose a great place. But the only thing with that is if he came for a semester, I don't think he'd be able to leave. Another thing is I don't think he'd be able to stay in the dorm room. I think he would get dragged out a lot out of there. But I love the answer. For me personally, I would want to be a golfer somewhere. I'm horrible at golf. I think it'd be really cool to be really good at golf.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if I'd give you a specific school, but somewhere out west, man. I've never been out west. I don't know, UCLA. I don't know, something cool out west, and nice weather, and just I guess the ladies love the golfers, right? I don't know.
Hey, this has snuck up in like the last couple of years. Like, where did this golf love come?
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm reporting to you live from a golf club, a golf spot right now. But the love for golf. But you're right. If you got out, I could see you. I mean, and this is to all the Carolina fans, Coastal Carolina. Listen, you're gonna play his football there, but at some point, if you want to circle back and do a semester of golf.
Like what's his name? Like J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith. But if you got out to, Brentwood, UCLA, get you a little spot close to the water, hey, are we playing tomorrow? It's raining. Cool. I guess tomorrow's thing is off. Like
absolutely. That's all. There you go.
I think life would be great. You got a golf cart and those guys get down. It's amazing, but it is the facts. Hey man, I really appreciate the time and with your team over there, you guys got everything going, but you gave us a little bit to join us. We're all excited for you and unprecedented. You have an opportunity to be a 3-time player of the year. Our research team is still looking. We don't know another college football player in the modern era that's been a 3-time player of the year. So we want everything for you, man. Good luck to everything, and we'll be pulling for you.
I really appreciate it, man. Talk soon, guys.